upside down. Check my heartbeat, ooh, you're so sweet. And I just can't get enough, I just can't get enough. I can't explain it, you got me caught up in love. Love I never thought right of. It was so tame, my image of you, focused on everything I do. And yeah, you were, and still you are. Who'd have known that you would take it this far? You wanna love for only, you wanna take my breath away. You wanna show and hold me, and Lord, all I can say is what an experience, what an experience, what an experience, oh what an experience, what an experience, what an experience, what an experience, oh what an experience, what an experience, what an experience, what an experience, oh what an experience, what an experience, what an experience, what an experience, oh what an experience. Billboard does this thing where they just, well, people, the internet just does this thing where they cooperate and they just compile these artists and decides to make a list as if they are the guru or the authority for all things, and not stipulating whether this is just our opinion or whatever it is. Rolling Stone may do one, and but we gonna do one on hip hop. We put together these professionals, don't tell you who they are, don't tell you what qualifies them to say whatever it is that they saying, and we gonna put together this list, and this is the list. Not so, Billboard. I'm not rolling with it. Like the other ones, the other lists, I'm like, all right, cool. You got some other people to take care of that. Other people to talk about it and say no and disregard. Is it clickbait? Yes. Is it for people to get to talking? Yes. Is it for people to have debates on it? Yes. I already understand all of that. But at the same time, this is what is etched in stone, right? When y'all say certain things, because y'all do have a certain platform, you do have a certain cachet to say certain things and a certain credibility to say certain things. But when you say certain things, you got to be able to stand on certain things and back them up and have a reason for why. Billboard made a 200 best singers list of all 200 best singers of all time list. And Celine Dion is not on it. I wanted that not to be my first point, but it had to be. What in the world? So already the list is discredited for me. You don't have what the world views as the greatest singer of all time, the best voice. No, sorry, not best voice. They said best singer. So just straight out. So voice and having a great voice and being a great singer are two different things. Beyonce doesn't have it. Let's talk about it. Beyonce doesn't have a great voice. Beyonce doesn't have a great voice. Listen to me. She does not have a great voice, but Beyonce is a great singer. Beyonce is a great singer. With the technique that she has, the ability to do the things that she does, with the appoggiatures, the crescendos, the decrescendos, the falsettos, the staccatos, the this and that, all of these music terms that people don't know anything about and want to make a list. Beyonce can do these things. People look at Beyonce and say, oh, wow, I literally cannot do that. This takes years for me to learn how to do this, to how to yodel and stuff like that. I'm an R&B singer. Beyonce does not have a great voice, but Beyonce is a great singer. So I said that to say, this isn't the 200 best voices list. Although So being a great singer has nothing to do. Being a great singer doesn't have 100% to do with your voice, and being a great vocalist doesn't have a great that or having a great voice doesn't have 100% to do with being a great singer. I hope you following me. It's a percentage. I don't know about the percentage. I don't know about what percentage, whether it's 5%, 10%. I know for a fact it's not over 20%. I know for a fact. I know many a person that'll sing in a car, will be riding in a car, will be talking about a song or whatever, and they'll start singing. I'm like, wow, they have a really good voice, but you can't sing. You can't sing. You're not a good singer. So let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about this list real quick. It's 200 people. Do you think I'm going to waste you guys' time by going over all 200 vocalists? No, I am not. But I just wanted to throw that out there, and talk to you guys really quickly about it, so that we can really put this thing into perspective. Because I'm so tired of people just talking about stuff that they know absolutely nothing about just because of their opinion. Brandy is not 193 on this list, on anybody's list. Anybody's list that means anything. Any list that means anything. She's not 193. Frank Ocean is a better singer than Brandy at 190. Are you kidding me? Frank Ocean's voice is monotone. Frank Ocean doesn't have any range. When you talk about singing, you got to talk about range. When you talk about singing, you got to talk about octaves. Frank Ocean has 2 octaves at best. At best. Me in my 2-bedroom apartment have more octave range than Frank Ocean. Brandy is not 193 and Frank Ocean is 190. So again, I'm just doing this from a standpoint that everybody can understand, because they had a whole bunch of people that you could tell that they were just trying to placate to, and they were trying to show how much they knew about music. Oh, look at all of these people you don't even know about that are in this list, that are in this mix, and all of that type of stuff. All of these people that you might have never heard of. We got these white artists and black artists. I will say one thing, that they got this right. And please don't think that I'm racist when I say this. I'm not. I love white people. I love everybody of all colors and creeds. But there is not a great voice. Let me say this. There is seldom a great voice that does not resemble or sound exactly like a black voice. There is seldom a great voice that does not sound like or appear to be or is a black voice, or is not a black voice. So there's one thing that they got right. I think like the top 10 artists were black people. So I've heard Filipinos sing. I've heard Samoans sing, and they can sing. I've heard Koreans sing, and they can sing. I've heard white people sing, and they can sing. But when they can sing, they sound and they mimic, and they treat it as if they are performing some sort of black art form of music. So I'm not saying all 200 artists on here should be black. I'm not saying that. Right now, all I'm saying is Brandy is not 193 and Frank Ocean is not 190. You have not done your research on Brandy Norwood if she's 193 and Frank Ocean is 190? Is this 100? Is this 200 best singers or is this 200 best artists? That's a different list. Call it what it is. Alicia Keys is not a better singer than Brandy at 185. Alicia Keys, have you heard This Girl Is on Fire? Flat, sharp. In the past 15 years, Alicia has been flat and or sharp. Stop it. Jasmine Sullivan is not 3 steps above Alicia Keys at 182. I don't have to talk to y'all about what Jasmine Sullivan does. Y'all know that. I probably got to talk to y'all about what Brandy does just because of the disrespect that comes with her for whatever reason. But I don't got to talk to y'all about 182 Jasmine Sullivan. I don't have to tell y'all that she's not 182. I might have to tell some of y'all that SZA is not 180, two spots above Jasmine Sullivan. SZA has a unique voice and a unique technique. She has unique vocals that does not make her a better singer. What are we judging singing off of? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Like I said, range. So vocal ability as far as singing is concerned. Range. Keith, what is range? Range is being able, I think there's eight tones. So that's where octave comes from. There's 8 ranges that you could go to. There's like the lowest bass range all the way to the highest soprano. Can you do that? Most people can't. Most people can do 3 or 4, give or take, like with ease. You know what I mean? Not too many people, if any, can do all 8. All right, so range, being able to do runs, being able to do riffs, like I said, staccato, like the breath control, vocal control, being able to hold a note for long periods of time. All of that type of stuff. And then you get into style points and stuff like that. Scaling. All of that goes into singing. Is SZA 180 with 2 albums? Y'all can't be doing the best singers list. Y'all doing the best artist list. But y'all can't be, I'm confused because y'all can't be doing the best artist list because Brandy should be higher than Jasmine Sullivan in that case. And I'm not being biased because Brandy is number 2 on my list. Celine Dion is number 1 on my list, and Brandy is right under there at number 2. And Whitney Houston is right up there too. It's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, in my opinion. And I feel like in a lot of cases, what Brandy lacks in vocal range, she makes up for in style points and harmony and all of that type of stuff. She makes up for it to where she in some vocal and from a vocal standpoint has to pass Whitney Houston. It's like Michael Jordan taught you how to do it, right? So you took him as the prototype, but then you created your own style with it, being Kobe Bryant. That's what Brandy did. So I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased, but I know, even in my unbiasedness, I know that Brandy's not 193 on this list. El DeBarge, 137. Should El DeBarge be on this list? Yes, we just talked about range. Is El DeBarge 137? I don't know. You got to hear, I like it. You got to hear the latter part of I like it. It's incredible. For a man to be able to sing that high, whether it be a falsetto or not, it's incredible. Is Lauryn Hill a better singer than Jasmine Sullivan? Is Lauryn Hill a better singer than Brandy? No, she is not. Is Lauryn Hill 136? Maybe 136. No, no. Because Lauryn Hill has, and that's what also goes into vocal ability. Tone. But that's your voice. That's nothing that you can control. You can learn how to be a great singer. You can't learn how to have a great voice. She has a great tone. And she 136. And it's Donny Hathaway 126. We talking about tone. We talking about having a great voice. We talking about vocal ability. And Donny Hathaway is at 126. Donny Hathaway is one of the greatest R&B singers of all time, and he's at 126. And Layla Hathaway ain't even on this list. Stop. Now, I've already mentioned Brandy. I mentioned Jasmine Sullivan. I mentioned Lauryn Hill and Donny Hathaway. And Erykah Badu beats both of them out, all of them out at 115? No. Erykah Badu is in line with the Scissors. Erykah Badu has a great tone. Erykah Badu has a very unique voice. She's eclectic. She can transcend multiple genres. And are you factoring that in? If you factoring that in, sure, let's have her at 115. But she's not 115 in front of Brandy, Jasmine Sullivan, Lauryn Hill, Donny Hathaway. The Weeknd, 110. I'm not going to rehash the list. The Weeknd, 110, the one that they say sounds like Michael Jackson. No, he does not. We'll get to Michael. Bill Withers, ain't no sunshine when she's going, 106. Aaron Neville. If you know who Aaron Neville is, I don't have time to go into it. But Aaron Neville, 104. If we talking unique voices and stuff like that, like we got to put the unique people closer to the 100, closer to the 200 range. Aaron Neville is amazing. Aaron Neville is a dope singer. Rest in peace. I believe he passed away. And if he didn't, I'm not trying to kill him off. But Aaron Neville, 104. Usher, 97. Anita Baker, 5 steps above Usher at 92. Diana Ross, who should not be on this list, is at 87. Michael Joe Jackson is number 86. Y'all wouldn't be half of y'all wouldn't be doing stuff that y'all doing without Michael Jackson. Why is he number 86? I understand black people, all black people didn't make this list. I understand it's compiled of multiple people, but it goes back to what I said from in the beginning. You're not gonna tell me Axl Rose is a better singer than Michael Jackson. Steve Perry, number 82. Now, if you don't know, Steve Perry was the original lead singer in Journey. If you know anything about Journey, you know about Steve Perry. You know about how great a vocalist Steve Perry was. People wish that they could sing like Steve Perry in any group. Steve Perry is not number 82 on anybody's list. So you know I'm not being biased. You know I'm not being racially biased because Steve Perry is a white man. I'm a lover of music. I'm a lover of singers. I'm a lover of singing. Steve Perry is not number 82. Steve Perry should be in everybody's top 25. So you telling me D'Angelo is number 75? Stop it. No. And I love D'Angelo. D'Angelo is a great artist. D'Angelo is not a top 75 singer. And then as insult to injury, you putting Patti LaBelle, who be screaming a lot of time. I love Aunt Patti. I love Patti LaBelle. 74. This is what takes the cake. Rihanna, 68. Above everybody else on the list. Rihanna's not a better singer than Patti. Rihanna's not a better singer than D'Angelo. She's not a better singer than Steve Perry. She's not a better singer than Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, even Anita Baker, Usher, Aaron Neville, Bill Withers, Weeknd, Erykah Badu. What else? Brandy, Frank Ocean, Alicia Keys, Jasmine Sullivan, SZA, El DeBarge, Lauryn Hill, Donny Hathaway. And she's number 68. Tina Turner, better singer than Rihanna. At 55, definitely. But better singer than Patti LaBelle at 74. Yeah. Better than, I'm not too upset at her placing, because I'm not upset at her placing. I'm upset at her placing in lieu of everybody else. You know what I mean? Like of all the other people that we've named that are notarized and are clearly better singers than these people. But her space at 55, put her in the 200. Put her in the top 200. Here's my thing though, Billboard. If y'all putting her in the top 200, why she still ain't in the Hall of Fame? Or did she just get inducted into the Hall of Fame with Jay-Z and them? But I know that she's been in the running for multiple years and they still ain't let her in. And she talking about something, this has not been a good life. So if you gonna put her there, and if you gonna put her at 55, she should already be in the Hall of Fame. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Sade, 51. I'm okay with Sade's placing. I'll leave it there. Toni Braxton at 48. I'm great considering all these other artists. I'm cool with Toni Braxton's placing, 48. In my opinion, top 30, Toni Braxton has just technique, subtle technique that you won't notice if you're not listening for it and if you're not paying attention. I might play a song for y'all about like just some of the stuff, but you still might not catch it. But I know this, I know one thing. James Brown ain't a better singer than Toni Braxton at 44. What? And I ain't trying to disrespect nobody. I know what James Brown has done for the culture. I know what James Brown has done for Georgia. I know what James Brown has done for soul music and for hip hop music even. Number 44 as the best singer. Teddy Pendergrass, 42. I'm not upset at Teddy Pendergrass being in the top 40. Aaliyah, I'm not about to keep saying no disrespect. I'm not about to keep going back and forth and forth. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Aaliyah. I'll leave it. I'll leave it alone. She's not 40. Let's say that. Aaliyah's not on the list. 200 best singers. Aaliyah has been very influential. Best singers. Luther Vandross, 31. Luther should be a little higher in my opinion. Mary J. Blige at 25. No. I'm not about to keep saying no disrespect to nobody because it ain't no disrespect to nobody. Everybody's notarized. Everybody know who they are and where they should be except for Billboard. We're not going to talk about how Mary J. Blige is one of the greatest R&B artists of all time and all of that. Mary J. Blige has made a career on knowing that she's not the greatest singer in the world. And I'm sure she don't think she's top 25. And no singer will ever tell you that she is. But then you got Smokey Robinson at 23. Smokey Robinson is a great songwriter. Smokey Robinson is not a top 23 best singer of all time. Adele, 22. No. And I don't care what nobody say. No. She's a white girl with soul. And then when you white and then you got soul, or you white and you could do things that black people are notarized for doing, or black people are acclaimed for doing, or black people just, it just is what it is. Take for instance, Brandy. You put Adele and Brandy's, you put Adele and Brandy, you put Adele, you put Brandy's voice and Adele's body, and greatest singer of all time, because she's white. Marvin Gaye, 20. I believe Marvin Gaye should be in the top 20. Frank, or the top 50. Frank Sinatra, no. Number 19, no. And I love Frank. It's not hard to sing Frank Sinatra songs. Is the good life full of fun, seems to be the ideal. And I'm sick. Yes, the good life. Let you hide all the sadness you feel. I love Frank. I sing Frank when I'm not able to sing. Prince, number 16. Now, before the other day, I would have said Prince ain't even on this list. That's a lie. I would have said Prince ain't in the top 100. But Prince is definitely a top 10 artist of all time. But Prince's vocal range puts him in that category. We need to make like, anybody that don't have vocal range don't need to be in the conversation of the top 50. There's many, many people that have vocal range, like extensive vocal range. Prince is one of those guys. Freddie Mercury, number 14. Okay. Freddie Mercury is the lead singer of Queen. So you know I ain't being biased. Okay. If y'all decided to do Freddie Mercury like that and put him at number 14, okay. But check this out. No disrespect to Little Richard, but he's not number 11. A womp bomb, a loo bop, a womp bamboo. He's not number 11. Al Green, number 10. Now y'all just placating to us. Al Green, number 10. Al Green is not I love Al Green. Not a better singer than Marvin Gaye. How y'all placing this? How y'all doing this? Beyonce, number 8. No. Everything that I said about Beyonce, no. Stevie Wonder. Here's my thing. No man, no man, black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, indifferent, no men crack the top 20 of greatest singers of all time. You can't do it. You cannot sing how women can sing. And if you can, you crack that top 20 like a Prince, or like there's people on this list that ain't on this list that should be on this list. You ain't got no gospel artists on here, so this is already disqualified in the first place. And I love Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder is not number 7. Stevie Wonder has an amazing voice. Stevie Wonder has an amazing voice. We've already talked about voice versus singing. And Stevie Wonder can sing. I'm not saying that. I love Stevie Wonder. And yet even still, Ray Charles at number 6. Get out of my face. Mariah Carey, number 5. Mariah Carey is top 5. Is Mariah Carey 5? I say right now, Mariah Carey is not. You know what I mean? She's lost her voice, and she's doing a good job at showing you guys that she's hiding losing her voice, but she has lost her voice, and I've noticed it for the past 5 years, and I'm waiting for the rest of y'all to catch up. Mariah Carey cannot sing the notes that she sings or has sung in the past. It's okay. She's older. She's had 2 kids. That's what happens. So now, but okay, all time. Top 5, Mariah Carey. Okay. Sam Cooke, no. I don't care where you was born on this list. You're not number 3. Whitney Houston, number 2. I'm perfectly fine with Whitney Houston being number 2 and not number 1 if Celine Dion is number 1. You gonna tell me Aretha Franklin is a better singer than Whitney Houston at number 1? Y'all ain't do y'all research. Y'all ain't really sit this one through. Y'all had all year to think about this list, and y'all didn't. Y'all just slapped some stuff on here. What are people gonna be okay with? If y'all just, and it's not like, because I tried to shoot them some bail, because I was like, yo, what if they not doing a 200? Maybe they not putting it in order. Maybe they just saying these are the top 200 and we're not putting it in any order. I wouldn't be mad at that as much. You numbered them. So I know that's what you did. You numbered them. So I know that's what you did. Should Aretha Franklin be on the list? Yes, she's Aretha Franklin. Is she number 1 in front of Whitney Houston after all that they've both done? Can Aretha Franklin sing better than Whitney Houston? Okay. What an experience! 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 I'll do anything that you want me. I'll go anywhere if you're there. There's no other way I can say it. There's not